Hello, hello. Welcome to our happy hour. Here, friends. I brought you another special guest. Yes, all my guests are very special. He's very loved for his community, for everybody, basically. I want you to meet him. He's Reverend Jeffrey Ryan. We call him Reverend Jeff. Hello, my friend. How
Hello.
are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Cheers.
Salud. Salud. Cheers.
Salud.
It's
By
really
the
just
way,
lime juice, but hey.
yes, and I know you promised me that some other time we're going to do also a interview in Spanish for you. You are learning a lot of Spanish so far.
Yes, yes. I used to be much more fluent before I moved to Japan and became fluent in Japanese. When I became fluent in Japanese, and my Spanish kind of went down. So I figure when I come to Chapala, my Spanish will go back up. So
For practice, or I have to learn Japanese.
yep, that works too.
Interview in Japanese.
Okay.
So let's start for my main introductory question. Who is Reverend Jeffrey Ryan?
As all of your guests say, it's like, oh my gosh, that is the question, isn't it? And I would say in this moment, I am somebody who listens deeply to the call of spirit upon my heart, and I follow the guidance of spirit. I follow what spirit is trying to direct me to. And so where Spirit has called me right now is to serve as a senior minister of Riverside Center for Spiritual Living in Riverside, California, in the United States. And I'm also serving as the chair of the CSL Global Vision Team, or Visioning Team. So Equipo de Sintonización. So that is a great honor for me. So that's where I'm at right now. That's what Spirit's calling me, and Spirit's calling me to come and see all of you in Chapala, and I'm very excited about this. So
we are too, believe me, we are too. So Reverend Jeff, I know that you are highly involved in social justice and equity and inclusion work. I know all this is very close to your heart. Tell us a little bit more about this, all these services that you're doing.
yeah,
Equality, inclusion.
Yeah. I grew up in Hawaii, and so it's a very intercultural. That's a truly, it's a very blending of so many different cultures. And so ever since I was a little child, I've always enjoyed learning foreign languages, or learning languages, world languages, not foreign languages, but learning world languages and about different cultures and that. And so I've always had the sense of a larger sense of community. And in Hawaii, we have the Aloha spirit, which is a deep sense of love. And it also has the sense of oneness. And so that's how it really began to evolve for me. And so now here in Riverside, I am involved with several groups. One of them is the Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity. It's a California-based organization. And with that organization, we go to the ICE detention center in Adelanto. It's the largest ICE detention center. And we visit the asylum seekers who are being detained there. And we also witness the asylum hearings. And then we advocate and work for their release, and then try to support them and walk beside them as they are integrating into life in the United States in the best way possible, and walk through that process with them. So that's one of the things that we do. And part of that is there's an entrepreneur program, so small micro loans and that type of thing to help these folks get established here in the inland valleys of California. So that's one of the things that we do. I'm also involved with Anti-Racism Riverside, and that group really works to educate the public as well as change laws that are discriminatory and work on government policies and procedures, and really influence our community here in the Riverside area. to really promote the equity. So those are a couple of the things that that I've been involved with, as well as working with domestic violence shelters, women and children escaping domestic violence. We work with them through our center, supporting them in getting on their feet as well. And what we're really working with is we address the immediate need, but what we're also looking to do is to address the systemic problem. Because until the system changes and until the problem changes there, we're always going to have this basic need that needs to be met. So it has to be all levels,
right?
Yeah, that has to be all levels. So we have to do the work at every level. So that's what we're doing. So it's very rewarding and it's amazing. So,
and that's just to mention some of the organizations that you are involved, because I know that you are very, very highly involved in many more activities. I also know that you are a loving, caring, and fun minister. So let's have some fun, and I will say a phrase.
Okay.
Answer whatever it comes to your heart of hearts and your mind.
Okay.
Do you like the idea?
I do. Let's do it.
All right. All right. This is the first time and probably the only time that I'm going to do this.
Okay.
So let's start. What would you say if you hear CSL Riverside?
CSL Riverside, I would say beloved community. I would say my spiritual home. Yes. I was called to this community way back in 2009 without even knowing that I was called to this community. So I saw a picture, or I saw an image I saw a vision in visioning, sintonización. I saw a visioning, and I saw a window with trees outside the window, and I saw myself standing in front of that. And then I walked into Riverside CSL, and there it was. And I was like, wow. So I knew that I was home immediately when I walked through the doors for the first time.
It really has a meaning for you to be exactly there, right?
Exactly.
You knew somehow what you will end up, not knowing that it was exactly that with CSL, right?
Exactly. And it's a beautiful, diverse community. We have a very diverse and inclusive community. So I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed with our community. So the beloved community is the word for that.
And they bless as well to have you.
Thank you, Woody.
So your next word, visioning.
Visioning. Visioning is, for me, a way of life. It's not just a spiritual practice. Sintonización is not just a spiritual practice for me. It is a way of life. And so I am always listening for spirit. I'm always listening for the guidance of spirit. That's why I stepped into the role of chair for the visioning team, and really bringing visioning to the forefront in our organization at Centers for Spiritual Living. So it's more than a practice. It's definitely a way of life.
Definitely. Seeking divine guidance, right? Definitely.
And then following through and trusting that,
Yes, yes. Your next one. 2022 Ministers Meritorious Award.
Yeah. Surprise, honored are words that come through for that. Over the past 2 years, there have been so many ministers. I mean, all of us, ministers, practitioners, all of our members, we've all been doing so much work and working so hard together. So to be honored with this award for my leadership and in the organization and locally, and my service to them, to our group and to our movement, there's so many deserving people. I mean, I don't know of anybody who hasn't really worked hard and isn't deserving of this. So it was truly an honor and a blessing and a surprise to receive. To receive that award. So, and I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for it.
It's wonderful to see that they're recognizing you.
Oh, thank you.
To see that, Reverend Jeff. In my last word, Chapala.
Chapala, excitement. Looking forward to it. Yeah, curious. Those are the things that I'm just super excited to be with this beloved community, with all of the folks from Latin America and from North America and around the world that have come to this convention. I'm super excited about that. I'm excited about the opportunity, and I'm honored to be invited to participate in the convention in this way, rather than just as an attendee, presenting and doing a workshop. And so very excited.
Big difference, right?
Yeah.
We are very, very, very excited to have your participation in this Convention of the Americas in Chapala. So now that we're talking about that, why don't you invite our friends and your friends to come and join us in the convention, Be the Light in Chapala?
Absolutely. So, beloveds, 2 years ago, I attended the Convention of the Americas online in 2020. And that was the very first time I was able to attend online. And I have to tell you, Woody, and all of our friends out here, my life was changed. My life was changed in that convention. Because what happened for me there is listening to everything bilingually, hearing things. What happened is I had a couple of experiences there around visioning, around synchronización, that hearing visioning facilitated in Spanish and experiencing visioning in Spanish, and then receiving Spirit's message or Spirit idea in Spanish as well, opened me to being more receptive in a way that it gave me access to Spirit in a way that I did not have access to Spirit before. And I recognized that this group of beloveds who are attending this convention have a deep, deep mystical consciousness. And it changed my life. And so I attended that one. I attended then in 2020 online. I attended 2021 online. And now I am absolutely thrilled beyond measure to be able to come and be there in person. So beloveds, if you've never attended Chapala, either online, this convention online or in person, I highly encourage you to do so. It is life-changing. It can open your mind and open your heart in ways that you can never, ever imagine, that are beyond comprehension. So join us. I'm looking forward to it. You can register still online, www.conventionoftheamericas.com. And I look forward to seeing you at the Hotel Monte Carlo in Chapala.
There we go. And you may have your special shirt, right?
Yes, I will. Just for you, Woody, I will bring that shirt. Absolutely. So
I love it.
Everybody will have to
hack from the minister.
Everybody have to wait and see what that is. You have to be there to win. So
I don't know if you remember my other guest, and this is Reverend David Brunner.
Yes.
Kind of mentioned exactly what you're saying. That just doing all this in Spanish, it kind of totally was like a new opening in conscious level. And all my guests have said this magic sensation of togetherness and being in the convention in Chapala. And we're still having some rooms. So you mentioned already the link where they can go and register. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be showing there as well.
Yeah.
They can also go to our Facebook group. It's private. It's for the people that is interested in knowing more about the convention. And that's called Se la Luz, Be the Light. Reverend Jeff, I'm so excited also to see you over there in person. We're going to have even Noche de Gala. Right? Gala night, and music and food and all kind of different activities that we're going to get to enjoy over there too.
El disco también, and the dance as well. So yeah,
yes,
I love to dance. So bring the music. So
disco night for us to get to do some exercise with this body.
Okay,
we're gonna have all kind of fun over there. So, friends, Reverend, see you over there. In Chapala, in August 2 through the 6th. Hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la
Thanks
vista,
for
baby.
being here with us
Ciao.
in this happy hour.
Bye bye.
Cheers.